Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining me again today. My name is General Confusion, and this is once again Missionforce Cyberstorm. Now, I've made a few changes, I've gone through my lineup and done a little bit of upgrading, so let's dive into that before we go on our next mission. So, you will immediately see that the list is a little bit shorter. I still have Mr. Miyagi. I have upgraded him. He can't actually take the improved drive, sadly, or the advanced drive. So he's stuck with Flexive for now. I've given him SP 500 pulse lasers, which give him more range than those EMPs that he had before. I've also upgraded him with the 90mm accelerator cannon, basically a railgun. It gets 2 shots per turn. If you fire both shots, it uses up quite a bit of energy, so I won't often do that. But it does reasonable damage versus armor, a little bit of damage to shields, and it does have some penetrating damage, and it's a cannon weapon. So it's a pretty good weapon. I have kept him with the missile SGs just for the accuracy bonus, and then I've upgraded him with enhanced nano repair. Sir Kai, similarly, I've done the basic upgrades, I've given him the improved drive, given him the 90mm as well. I could have given him those in these slots, but I kept the Devastators for both cost reasons and because I didn't want each and every one of his weapons to require energy to fire. And I've upgraded him with the enhanced nano repair as well. We still have Belphegor. We have sold off Rahab, and Belphegor has been upgraded. Improved R4 drive, the upgrades here in the targeting computer and life support. He's got the SP 1200 pulse lasers, SP 750 pulse lasers. These 2 smaller slots can't mount 1200s. And then he has missile SPXs and enhanced nano repair. Death, War, and Famine have all been purchased, so we have 3 out of the 4 horsemen now. We still have Fast Shadow, who is just our mining herc with no military value whatsoever except her SP 500 P lasers there. I could equip him with micro missiles. They would lower speed though and would upgrade his damage some, but not a huge amount. Death is fully equipped with 4 pulse lasers, 2 missile SPXs. War has 3 and 3, few more missiles for laying down more damage, and he also has an empty slot for an overdrive node that I didn't have quite enough money to fill. Famine, on the other hand, I was equipping on the cheap because I just didn't have the money. So he has 750s, which are, you know, quite a bit less powerful and shorter ranged, but they're a lot cheaper to buy. So they're sort of a standard laser as opposed to the heavy long-range laser of the SP 1200s. So he has 3 of those, 3 missile SPXs, no nano repair. That's the thing about Famine. I can take him into combat situations, but he can't nano repair himself, so I don't want to go into a heavy combat mission right now. I want to run 1 more mining mission just to get enough money to finish off Famine, and also buy War another overdrive node. And then once I've done that, I am actually going to show you a different mission type. The Quick Assault missions, none of which I was actually able to do in Paracelsus, just because they didn't show up, but now I have Quick Assaults all over the place. So we are going to go to Salik, it looks like, and mine some ore. So Salik, 70% gravity, no atmosphere, and cannons don't work here. So, I do still have those blast mortars on my giant, so it's worth bringing him. You will notice also I sold off one of my giants to get the money to equip my other hercs. So I will still bring him for the blast mortars, and of course I will still bring my sensei, despite the fact that those 90mm accelerator cannons aren't going to work.
Kirk base. Launch initiative.
Okay, so looks like we have a pretty good ore location right over here. Let's get Death up top. Or now Famine has Jai in it. So Jai is that new bioderm that we got from the Cyberstorm CC. Decent energy skill, decent missile skill, pretty high piloting, and 40% command. So Jai is a good bioderm. But since Jai is equipped with 750s instead of 1200s, we want to keep him low. Death and War are both going to take high ground.
Movement. Shields.
Any cybrids over here? Not that I'm seeing immediately. Ah, excuse me.
Movement. Shields.
Okay, and why don't you get over? Yeah, you just get down there and be in cover a little bit.
Movement.
While you, the last of the demons, can advance in this direction. Actually, yeah, hop down, be in cover.
Shields.
And you
Weapons.
can go over there to support with your blast mortars.
Movement. Shields.
Okay, the cybrids are off somewhere mining.
Systems.
Then let's us do the same. Alright, I'm gonna send Famine south. Famine and Death will also head south. Just like that.
Movement.
War, meanwhile, is going to move north. Be down in cover there. With Belphegor supporting. And Belphegor is, of course, going to stay in deep cover whenever possible. Okay. So we've got shots fired at Belphegor, Spectre V1 and Parasite V2.
Warning. Enemy detected.
There's the Parasite. There's a Genocide. That's a Genocide V3.
Shields.
Wow. Wow, Belphegor.
Movement.
You are, not good at missiles. See, Garen has the same chance to hit with his missiles from over here that Crow did from right there. Wow. All the ridgeline. Come on, die already. Oh my goodness. There we go. Now let's see if we can take out this Parasite as well. I don't think so, because I only have 2 missile shots. But I can then fire my lasers at him. There we go. Okay, so that's 2 cybrids down. There is still a Spectre running around out here, and then who knows what support that Spectre has.
Systems.
Alright, so we've got that field mined up pretty much, but we can still move over to that one, and then we have this one that the cybrids were mining in. Okay, Spectre V2 up there, and there's at least 1 or 2 more.
Warning. Enemy detected.
There's the Spectre. Okay, Spectre destroyed. Move down that way. Oh, that was a Malignus.
Shields.
That was definitely a Malignus that I saw for just a second there. Yep, there it is. Malignus. It's only a V1 though. It's interesting. Normally I start seeing higher version cybrids pretty quickly once I hit the 2nd star system. But these cybrids, they're just
Movement. Shields.
they're just very low ranking. And keep these Reapers moving south. Okay, let's see what this Malignus does. He fired off all his shots before he was ready. Okay, so down here we have a Spectre V2 and a Cerberus V3. That's actually the most advanced Cybrid we've seen yet. Let's take down everybody's shields. How's he doing? Could use a little more tenderizing. Oh, come on.
Shields.
Alright, so we've taken down both of those. Alright, and Malignus is dead.
Shields.
Let's stay in some cover over here. And over there. And move up war. And then let's get a little more mining done. Make some of that delicious money. Meanwhile, Famine can hop down here, ready to cross the plaza next turn. Another Spectre. And I didn't catch what that one was. Ah, a Parasite. So what you saw there was the only way in which low or moderate mark Spectres can actually be at all dangerous in the late game. He was trying to get around me to get to my unshielded side, and he nearly did. He got onto this facing, and he would have gotten onto that facing if he'd gone a little further. In which case he might have been able to, if he had been equipped with slightly more advanced weapons, he could have been able to pierce my shields. Unfortunately for him, his weapons were very low grade. Okay, so we got 88,000 credits from that.
Perk base. Perk bay.
Let's do a little bit of upgrading, and then we will see about a quick assault. So we're going to upgrade all these to SP1200s. We're going to give the man enhanced nano repair and a variable pulse ghoster. Then we're going to give War a second overdrive node to raise his speed to 114. I wonder why his speed is 118. Oh, because he has reactive instead of bioenviron, and his legs aren't reinforced. So let's do that there. Now, all of these guys are functionally identical. One of them, Death, has one more laser and one fewer missile, but other than that, these guys are equipped identically, and that's because at this technology level, those really are the best weapons. Excuse me, what I said was, those really are the best weapons. You just don't have a better option right at the moment. Now, this guy, since he has the SP750, there's arguments to be made. I mean, I could equip him with EMP beamers instead. They don't do any armor damage, they do slightly more shield damage, though. Energy cost to fire is exactly the same. Or I could equip these lower slots with PBWs if I wanted a little more armor damage. But as it is, I think the pulse lasers will do me fine. So, let's go and actually, before I do this, this is the wrong screen. I don't want to take this fast shadow into a quick assault because he'll probably die. Actually I might. He does have SP500, so he can at least take out a small Cybrid. For this mission at least, let's equip him with the micro-missiles to get a little bit more damage out of him. And he does have 900 shields. So, okay, so a quick assault. We'll go to, let's go to Morav. So, a quick assault is when you are dropped into the middle of a pack of Cybrids and you just have to kill them. And if you kill all the Cybrids, you win, and if you don't, you lose. So yeah, clear an area on Morav of all Cybrids. Because of the local threat, we will hot drop you in the middle of them. The hurt carrier won't return until all Cybrid forces are either destroyed or have been forced to disengage. So this is dynamic entry on a giant robot scale. They find a pack of Cybrids, they literally drop you from the hurt carrier, your Hercs land in the middle of the Cybrids, and you start shooting.
Perk base.
That's the whole mission.
Launch initiated.
So, yep, here we go. We are mixed in with Cybrids. Specifically, we're mixed in with 2 Nihilises. So the way these missions work, basically, is you pick a side, and you kill all the Cybrids on that side of you, in order to prevent yourself from being flanked on 2 sides at once. So since I have 2 of my Reapers over here, and I have 2 Nihilises right here, I'm going to kill everything to this side, and I'm going to leave the Genocytes, the Cerberus, and the Parasite, probably. Yeah, I'll probably just leave those. Now, unfortunately, my mobility is highly limited because I am in a river. Okay, so he's dead. That's good. I can't actually get around to fire at this Nihilist the way I want to, so have to do that.
Shields.
He turned again. I hate it when they turn. Okay, so I fired off all my lasers on War. He still has one laser. I've killed off those three. So now I can either fire at the Genocide or the Hades. My chance to hit the Hades is only 47%. My chance to hit the Genocide is 89%, so that's what I'm going for. Okay, he also turned.
Movement. Shields.
So now, being on a river, I do have a defense penalty, which is sad. We're crying out loud. The turning thing makes you waste so many shots. It's frustrating. Actually, I'm going to use the Devastator when I'm close up. And Devastators only work when you're close up. So that's a Parasite V2, a Cerberus V3. Fast Shadow, if he wants to live, just has to get away. I could shoot at the Hades, or I could shoot at the Cerberus or the Parasite. I'm more likely to be able to kill the Parasite. But the Hades is much more threatening, especially at close range. Okay, so Hades dead. I still have one SP500 on this guy. I'll just shoot at him, sort of speculatively. Death will move down here and crouch. This Fast Shadow is going to run. I don't think he can kill the Cerberus, so he's going to run over here. Well, he could shoot at him at least.
Shields down. Shields.
Yeah, they're more or less trading equal shots there.
Movement.
You have any lasers left? Yes. I'm gonna jack you up, bro. Okay, Cerberus almost dead. Cerberus dead.
Movement.
You have missiles but no lasers. You have missiles but no lasers. You have missiles but no lasers. You have blast mortars.
Shields.
Alright, we've taken his shields down. Okay. So, all we have left to worry about is a Genocide and a Cerberus.
Movement. Shields. Movement. Shields.
So we did very, very well on that round. So, as you can see, basically all the Cybers are going to be very close to you when you do one of these missions. And you just kind of land in the middle and try to blow them all up as fast as possible. There we go, objective achieved. The Cyber forces were caught by total surprise and destroyed. Unitech now has control of this region. So we got 57,000 credits for that. Nobody took any damage. We're all good. Model 001 is going to have to be replaced after like 1 or 2 more missions, though.
Perk base.
Okay, so let's see what trouble we can get into with our 86,000 creds. War, famine, death, Belfagor, Sarkaiser, Miyagi. We need to buy a new Herc. So now, there's a couple of ways I could go with this. I could buy another Reaper. I wouldn't have enough money to equip it with anything right now, but that would give me... Yeah, I think I'll have the 4 Horsemen, and then after that I may branch out. Lighter Hercs can still be useful at this stage. In particular, Demons. Demons can still be useful. They're a little lighter than Reapers, and so they can take less damage, but they can equip a couple of SP-1200s. You can give their lower arms SP-750s or other more obscure weapons once you upgrade a little bit, like NBWs, things like that. And they can still stand up to combat so long as you keep them in cover and use them wisely. They're also a little bit faster than Reapers, which can be nice. Ogres can't really stand up to frontline combat, but they can mount advanced weaponry. So at this point, ogres kind of start to become like cybrids. They're cheap. I mean, I could buy an ogre and a cheap but reasonable bioderm for it, and then equip it with, you know, probably leave off nano repair, but equip it with a mining module, some advanced weapons, targeting computer, that kind of stuff. Probably, I mean, I might be able to do that for the credits I have in the bank right now, so, you know, 1 mission's worth of money, basically. And then you can use the ogre as kind of a disposable light combat unit. So that's... And at that point, an ogre and a genocide are actually very, very comparable. You know, the ogre has light shields, the genocide has light shields. They're both relatively light chassis, they're both equipped with powerful energy weapons, and then some damaging weapons as well. They're pretty similar in that way. So that's kind of meeting the cybrids on their own terms, as opposed to taking Reapers. Reapers are bigger and tougher than anything the cybrids have access to. Only the Nihilus comes close, and Nihiluses go down pretty quickly to concentrated fire from Reapers anyway. So, I think what I'll do right now is... I think I will buy another Demon. Actually, no, I'm going to buy the Reaper first. That'll give us our 4. A core of 4 Reapers, that's a pretty hard core for a, any combat unit, so I will name this one Pestilence. Remember to give me names, guys, by the way, I've been asking for them. And we'll give it the improved reactor, the improved drive, and we'll reinforce the legs, and that's all we'll do right now, because that's all we have the money to do right now. So, the stock model, weaponry-wise, isn't that bad, but you do have these SP-500s instead of the SP-750s, and that's a problem. We will replace the Katyusha and Sat missiles with missile SP2s for now, which gives you a little bit more money to play with. And I'll spend that money upgrading the targeting computer, and the life support, and the battery. So yeah, even at this point, this Herc still has a respectable amount of firepower. It would have trouble killing any of the larger cybrids, anything from a genocide on up. It wouldn't be able to kill in 1 round, probably, but it would be able to take down its shields at close range. That's 150, 300, 540, you know, that's about 800 shield damage in 1 burst from its 4 lasers.
Herc base.
So, let's go on 1 more mission, because we've only been doing this for about 20 minutes. Still all quick assaults. Interesting. Sure, let's take another quick assault. Let's go to Salik.
Herc base. Launch initiative.
Okay, what do we got? Alright, so in this one, we are going to have to take some fire. Sadly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate these 3 first, and then we'll see what we can clear out of this pack, or maybe we can clear out those 2 entirely.
Shields.
Oh, for crying out loud, why did he turn around then? There we go.
Shields.
No, don't. Oh, I hate misclicking. I just absolutely hate it. Okay. So, this Nihilus has lost shields on one side. Those shields are badly damaged, but not destroyed.
Down. Weapon recharging. Shield.
Crap, 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 crap. I was clicking too fast. And now I've probably lost Mr. Miyagi. Well, this is a pickle. And of course I can't fire my cannons.
Movement. Shields. Movement. Shields.
Well, okay, so I've managed to take out both of those parasites, which reduces the number of missiles that will be coming my way. I'm just gonna shoot this Spectre with blast mortars, just because I hate it. And because it gives me something to fire missiles at. Okay, so, Mr. Miyagi is at the back. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any cover, and his shield generator has been destroyed by that errant shot that got off before I realized my shields were down. Meaning that I can't repair it, so let's see what happens. Fortunately, Spectres aren't that expensive to replace, but, we'll just kind of have to see here. Now, the other thing that might happen is I'm going to walk Famine back, actually, because otherwise Famine might take a beating. We do still have a Hades, only a V1, and a Nihilus, also V1 over here. We have a Genocide V3, so they're going to have... I think he's going to have EMP beamers. He's going to have just lasers, I think. There's another Hades down here, but it's far enough away that it shouldn't be able to hurt us too bad. And a Malignus V2, so I think he's just going to have, like, compression lasers or something. So we can definitely survive this, except for Mr. Miyagi. They will fire missiles at him if nobody else's shields go down, and I think he'll die. Yep, okay. Yep. Oh, wow. Only the Genocide fired missiles at Mr. Miyagi. I am stunned. I was sure he was dead. Oh, nope, stand up, don't crouch. Alright, we're gonna take that Nihilus out post-haste. And then, we will take out the Genocides. Because they are trying to flank us, and we can't allow that.
Weapon recharging.
Okay, that didn't quite take down the shields. I'll drop my blast mortars over there, where they can hurt two people at once. This parasite gots to go. Okay, so, now. Recharging, target blocked, recharging. Alright, you've still got 2 lasers. You've still got all your guns. So y'all are gonna line up right there. You've still got most of your guns as well, so you're gonna line up. And recharging, reloading. Okay, so these 3 Reapers. You use your lasers to clear his shields out. missile him to death. And use your lasers to clear his shields out. And missile him to death if you can. Oh, come on, he's still alive? Why is he still alive? Can you use any missiles? Can you use any missiles? You have a missile. Okay, dead.
Movement.
Then you crouch down there. You still have 7 missiles. I don't think you're quite going to be able to kill him. But you can hurt him real bad. Oh, you did kill him. Yes! Sweet. Okay, 68,000 and we were promoted to Force Captain. I do not believe that we got away with that without Mr. Miyagi dying. Wow. You are a lucky, lucky Bioderm, Koras. Alright, we've been promoted to Force Captain. Ah, here we go. Now we've got the anti-gravity unit. So it partially negates the effects of gravity. It's more powerful than the overdrive node overall, but it's also dependent on gravity to work. Okay, the Ionis system is taking its toll on our ranks, gentlemen. Yep, look at that. We're down to probably a third of what we had at the beginning. Alright, now we have got Mawan. The destruction of the Mox Imril base on Prob has left few survivors. So there was another base in this system, apparently, on Prob, and it was destroyed. So we've got Mawan, and her commander Galtos gave her this name after the major conflict on Mardala, when equipped with only a standard-issue demon, so one of the crappy ones. Mawan destroyed 2 Hades and 4 genocide cybrids before reinforcements arrived. Wow.
Your rank entitles you to command more Hercs and Bioderms.
Let's take a look at Mawan real quick. Mawan, holy crap. Toxins 99, stability 89. So you can drug Mawan up and not give a crap. Her piloting skill, on the other hand, is not great. Energy is really good. Missile is really good. Piloting, not great. So Mawan is actually made for a big, heavy Herc like a Reaper, where piloting doesn't matter quite so much because they're already really slow, and her weapon skills can really, really shine. Okay, we have 64,000 credits. I'm just going to go repair my fleet real quick. Take a glance at the new technology options. So let's repair the fleet there. We now have access to the electric image displacer, which is an upgraded ECM, so that's very handy. And what else? Okay, we now have access to the neutron gun, which has high range. It's an energy weapon that does it's an advanced tech weapon, rather, that does mostly armor damage. I'm probably not going to use it too heavily. For cannons, we now have access to the plasma mortar. So the plasma mortar is like the blast mortar. Like the blast mortar in that it's an indirect fire weapon that does damage mostly against shields. But it does a lot more damage. It also does reasonable damage versus armor, and it can fire twice a round. The only downside is that its range is significantly shorter. So, I'll actually have to think about that one. The blast mortar is really good for clearing out Verminous, partially because of its long range, but the plasma mortar is a generally superior weapon, and you can actually mount it in 4 slots, so interesting. And then Pestilence, we're going to give you an upgraded shield. We're going to upgrade you to... Okay, we now have access to the Plasma Beam, which has a range of 12 as opposed to 9 for the old plasma cannons, and we also have access to the NBW. So the NBW costs quite a lot of energy to fire, but it has long range and it does respectable damage to both shields and armor. So now we're going to shift our loadout. Gosh, I can't say words. Loadout a little bit. We also have the SE700 LGAT. It's a rapid-fire laser. It fires 4 times a turn, max range of only 18, and only 64 damage per shot. But 64 damage per shot times 4 still comes up to over 240. In any case, we're going to give him 2 SP1200s, an NBW, and then... Oh, and this is the big change in terms of killing power here. The Missile HK, the Hunter-Killer Missile. They home in, so they have very high accuracy, only 8 ammo, but 200 damage. That's as much damage as the entire load of an SPX missile launcher. So it actually has more effective ammo, and it has an accuracy bonus. So this is a missile that we will use right up till the end of the game, when we get the upgraded version of it. We've got 2 SP-1200s, 1 MBW. I'm going to give him another SP-1200 just because I don't need more killing power, and then missile HKs in both slots. So now, weapon-wise, he's ready. We have the anti-grav unit, which, see, look how much that raises speed, as opposed to the overdrive node. But it's only valuable on high-gravity worlds. So, anyway, I'll finish this up later. I'm actually out of money for upgrading, so we'll have to just kind of move on to the next mission. But thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, my viewers. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please feel free to do so, and more content like this will come your way on the regular. I will see you in the next one.